Hello one and all, Jeremy is back. It is time for another unboxing. You know the drill. We are continuing with some Ryusoulger goodness. Today we are going to be looking at our boy here, MosaRex. Now this is the mecha of the 6th Ranger, the Gold Ranger from Ryusoulger. And it's an interesting little twist because we actually have a water-based dinosaur, which is, you know, fairly rare. There was the Plesiosaur, I don't know, in Kishiryu, but by and large, water-based dinosaurs have been very lacking. And as you know, like the 6th Ranger, it's a motif in Sentai they've loved a lot for a while now. It's having a 6th Ranger that's gold with like a dark blue accent color, which the colors do work well together. But anyway, so we've got MosaRex here, and the reason why I have these two bad boys with me is because they are used for other combinations. What we're going to be able to do is we're going to unbox MosaRex, and then we can combine him with Dima Volcano to make, what is it called, SpinoThunder. And then you can also combine that with the T-Rex, and that is going to make, boy, what is it called? I'm forgetting, sorry. But anyway, so we got all these different combinations. MosaRex, when he's transformed by himself, he is Kishiryu Neptune, which is, you know, more of a water theme there, you know, King Neptune sort of thing. What is it called when they're all combined? I forget. I've already forgotten. Anyway, so we're gonna do the combinations. We're gonna open them up. We're gonna see it all that sort of good stuff, and that's gonna be the bulk of this video here. So I'm just gonna crack him open. As far as the 6th Ranger goes in Kishiryu, he's kind of one of those guys where he's like a hopeless romantic, where he's always looking for love. Kind of smooth, but not necessarily in the right ways. He's an interesting character by and large so far. I am a couple episodes behind, admittedly. A lot of stuff been going on recently. As far as the box, like I said, you see on the front. On the side are all the weapons. I'm not gonna use the weapons from sounds today because the only Ryusoul that comes in this one is the 6th Ranger's one, which I've already used in the previous video. There's the holding it the right way. Yep, there he is. See how long he is. So you can see all the good stuff, and then the combos are on the back. You can see what I'm talking about. I think it's kind of cool the way they all combine. You know, it sucks that it doesn't use all the different mecha, but I like how it's like two-toned. You know, like one side's the blue and one side's the orange. Kind of shows a nice fusion of the red and the Gold Ranger working together with their power-ups. Anyway, so we're gonna open this up. It looks pretty simple. Not a lot of pieces here. That's the bulk of it. Now these two are they're called Ammo Knuckles. They're basically the fist for the main mecha, but they're technically also their own little individual mini Zords, because they're based on Ammonites. That's the word. I always want to say it the wrong way. You might recognize them also from stuff like Pokemon. One of the ancient Pokemon with the swirly shell on the back. Same sort of deal here. So that's kind of a cool little idea there. And then there's the tail sword deal. Put this to the side. And now we're just going to take a look at our instructions. This one shouldn't be too difficult. Let's see. So, close the head. Oh, and it's also always easy to look at the box a little bit. I can kind of do this on my own almost. Like so. Okay. Oh, arm fell off. As it is wont to do, arm fell off. Okay, so goes like this. And that's most of what really this does. I think you also have to put this on for the feet. kind of attaches. But that's really about all there is to get it into the main dinosaur mode. You know, there's not a lot there. The actual transformation, it doesn't do a whole ton of moving in that sense. Let's see, this page just really shows you that things can come off and come on, and they're not super attached. Okay, so now that we've got that, we will transform it to the Neptune mode. Take the tail back off, obviously. Fold the head back down, fold the arms back down, pop the legs out, use the fist. I wonder if it matters which side I go with. Yeah, probably want to go like this. Let's see. Pop those on. Take this, put it in hand like so. And so again, it's a very simple transformation. You can see it right there. Oh, and obviously here's the sole that goes in and out, like all the other ones. But it's pretty comparable. Like they're about almost exactly the same size, red and gold. So that's pretty neat. I like that fact, that they really are kind of brothers in arms in that sense. Nice little deal you've got there. I think the fun really comes when we get to the transformations. This is going to be the interesting stuff. Putting these two together into let's see, into the SpinoThunder mode. I'm interested to see how many pieces it actually uses, because if you've been following my videos, you'll know that this thing hasn't been really big on using all the pieces this series. Well, it's cool that they can combine in so many different ways. They also haven't made that a priority. Let's see, so this wants... Alright, I've got the legs together. It wants the tail on. So we'll do that. And then it wants me to take this piece off and put it on, like so. Oops. See, it just likes to pop right off. There's just no, oh boy. Oh boy, where is it? Oh, it's all the way over there. Of course it is. Of course it is. Making me move things. Doing nonsense to my videos. Alright. Go back on. Okay. There. Alright. Put that piece together. Looking good. Looking nice. Alright, so now I'm going to need this piece, but it wants me to flip it upside down. Flip it and reverse it. So it wants these pieces. Simple enough. And very specific about how they want them attached, so I've got to pay it specific mind. Oh, it doesn't want the knuckles. I don't chuckle. Okay, got it, like this. Okay, there, figured it out. Once you get one side, it's easier to get the other side. So, I say that, and then I pull this foolishness. Okay, got one side. There, haha, I got it. So it's kind of got little claw dealies there, little hand claw deals. And then you just attach that to this, like so. And then you take these pieces, take these apart, And then you put the knuckles on those. And those attach to the sides over here. Oh, there we go, like this. And like this. Okay. And so we will take this piece, and it looks like we are actually going to use everything, which I'm actually quite excited about. It might not seem like a big deal to most people, but it always goes a long way for me when I know that all the pieces are getting used. I don't know, maybe that's just me being weird. But it pops up there, and then bam! Look at that, you've got a bigger dino. Again, see, it's the SpinoThunder, as they call it, but I think that's really cool. The other good thing about this is you can make the 5 Knights form, and then you can make this, and then you've got 2 big main pieces going at once, and it's a nice little bit of variety because they're not just 2 standing mecha. You've got this, doing its own thing. I think that's a little variety, little nice, cool little bonus, I would say. So, yeah, digging that, loving that combo. That's a really unique, fun thing, and I'm surprised it worked out so well. Because it wasn't even just like one sitting on top of the other. It really was, you took both pieces completely apart and rearranged them in different ways, and you still came up with a form that looks nice and believable in its own right. So that's a pretty impressive combination there. But let's see, what else can we do here? Now we are going to make the full combo. I keep forgetting, again, I'll put the name in the video. I forget. Everybody's probably sitting there screaming, blah, 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 let's name this, all that sort of foolishness. And I'm like, you're right. I understand, but this is how I roll. Anyway, okay, so we're going to take this, and first basic move is it says take all the little extra pieces off besides the tail and the back. So I will do that. And then with this, it wants the base. Is going to be used in this, so quickly take all this off. These 2 pieces, the base of them. All right, how do they want these? So he's going to stand like this, and I don't think I really need to do too much transformation. I'm flipping the fins forward. I've noticed that, but it looks like that's about all I'm really doing. Oh, and I'm only even flipping them forward so I can put them on, and I'm flipping them back. So, and this is something that you've seen a lot in recent Sentai, is the whole stand on pieces of another one to add height, which admittedly, I do think is a bit lazy from a transformation perspective, to just be like, oh, we're just going to snap it in half and stand on them. I think the first time I remember that being a big deal was Ninja Storm / Hurricaneger. They did that on Hunter's Zord, but oh well, that's the way they want to run this thing, so who am I to tell them no, right? Okay, so I flip those on, and then I take these 2 pieces that had the knuckles on them, remove the knuckles, and they both go on the shoulders. Same sort of way they did when you were just using the orange Dima Volcano. Same sort of idea there. On the arm, it wants me to take the head piece here, and this whole big piece goes on the side, like this, with the gold part facing outward. That's a big old honker right there on the side. And it wants me to use one of the cannons in front, which actually kind of, see how it connects the 2 pieces together, the red and the gold pieces, like it sort of holds them together there. So that makes sense. I can buy that. And then over here wants me to use all the other pieces. So I'm going to take one like this, a drill, a cannon, another drill, and it attaches in via the middle one over here on this side. So it's got 2 big, giant, like punishing cannon-like arms, And then on the knees, I'm taking these two pieces. Are going to be on the knees. Let's see. Sometimes it's easier to look like this. Yep, so. Oh, which way up is it going to be? Let's see. It's going to be... Okay, yep, with that little... You have to put them on the right way, or else there's actually not quite enough room on them. So they have to be attached in just a very specific, lined up way. So I think putting them on the knees is good. It makes it look like a different piece altogether. So this piece and this piece. You fold this open, and that's where you can see the blue and the orange differences. And then, so I'm holding it like this, flipping this part open, same sort of deal there. And I'm attaching them together. And then once I do that, I put them in the middle. And whose face is in the middle? Is it red or is it gold? Looks like it's red, but I'm not entirely sure if it's red or not. Actually, looking at the instructions, it never actually told me to take this out, so it probably is red that stays in there. Okay. So yes, there are going to be leftover pieces. Obviously, you're not going to be using two of these. That's fine. The knuckles, which are their own little Zord thing, so that's fine that they're left out. Not big on that. And this is a sword. Fine. And even if you want to, like, you can put some of the... There's always room here to put more stuff on if you want to. But the head, and then the biggest part that's left out, I would say would be the spine part of the Demon Volcano. But overall, it used most of it, and again, it made a very unique combination. It's not my favorite. It's not my least favorite. I think it does have some fun uniqueness. I like the proportions are off, not as off as I thought they would be, compared to some other mecha we've had in recent years, especially like Juoger, so to speak. It's not too shabby. Oopsie. Whoopsie doodle. Go back on. Okay. But yeah, even oh, they both popped off. Okay. But yeah, like, you can see they're bigger, but it's not really that bad. Like, the proportions are fairly believable. The way the headpiece works, you're still using the same headpiece, and this just goes in front of it. So it's not even really wearing it. It's just kind of like it's just like a visor almost. But yeah, it's a fun additional bonus form. And it just, again, goes to show you how versatile this line is. And that's the thing I always try to stress to people, is that the number of combinations they just give you by default is crazy. Just tons and tons of combinations. And you can still make your own on top of that. So there's always room for innovative ideas and just a lot of creativity. So for the kids, I think this is a great line. But yeah, I'd like to hear what you think. What are you digging the line? Have you bought any of these? All that sort of stuff. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this series so far, and especially the mecha, because I've just been digging it. I keep saying it over and over again, but it bears repeating. But yeah, guys, that is going to be my review of MosaRex, Kishiryu, Neptune, SpinoThunder, whatever you want to call it, all the different combinations. So I really hope you enjoyed this. As far as what I've got coming out now and soon, I still have my my Renegade Studios Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid unboxing video that just came out a couple days ago. I really think you should check that out. It's a little different, a little something different from me, and just a lot of good stuff in there that I really think people would enjoy. And then what's coming up, I keep mentioning these things. They're still sitting here, and I'm going to get to them. But the Morpher from Beast Morphers and the first line of the Lightning collection, I want to talk about those. And I want to talk about the announcements of other ones that are coming up soon. So all that stuff is in the pipeline. I hope you're going to enjoy that as well. As far as me here today, you know the rules by now. Liking, the commenting, subscribing, the sharing, all of that stuff. Big deal to me. I appreciate if you do any of those things. But until next time, I am Jeremy, aka Captain Subpar, saying to you forever and always that I am going to be King of the Geeks. Now, like, I know it's a different type of dinosaur that the SpinoThunder is, but I was never like the big prehistoric paleontology guy. I didn't go to school where Dino Charge World, where being a paleontologist is the greatest thing in the world. But it's still just a lot of cool stuff. It kind of feels very primordial in a sense, but yeah, lots of really cool combinations. So this series is just delivering. And look at the head. He's like, don't eat me. Do not eat me. My head is going to be devoured by jaws.